Hi, I'm Seamus Harrison. Today we're going to talk about Teflon, also known as PTFE. Teflon is known for one thing: nothing sticks to it. Not food, not water, not heat. And in the case of the creators, not consequences. And because of the strength of the carbon-fluorine bonds, it doesn't break down in nature. It doesn't disappear. It only accumulates. And that's why I'm here to talk about it today. The physical characteristics of Teflon are an off-white, opaque, glycerous solid material. The chemical characteristics of Teflon are a high melting point at 327 degrees Celsius, extremely stable, non-corrosive, and non-biodegradable. Teflon's real name is poly-1122 tetrafluoroethylene, and another interesting thing about it is that it's a polymer, which means it's made out of countless repeating molecules in one link. Now to move on to the history of Teflon. Teflon was founded in 1938 by Roy J. Plunkett while he was working at the DuPont factory. After its creation, Teflon became a staple in consumer goods. However, its downsides became apparent fast. In 1954, Teflon pans first hit consumer markets. In 1962, a study showed that cigarettes with Teflon gave 90% of the exposed crew flu-like symptoms, also known as polymer fume fever. In 1973, DuPont studies show that no amount of Teflon is safe on animals. In 1981, an internal study showed that 2 out of 7 children born to female workers at DuPont plants had facial defects. They then proceeded to remove all female workers without informing them about this study. In 1993, a study of workers at Forever Chemical plants showed that they had twice as many deaths from prostate cancer than the general population, showing that it's a carcinogenic. In 1997, studies showed that all humans now have forever chemicals in them. The only non-tampered blood samples we could find were that from soldiers from the Korean War. In 1999, a study on the East Coast showed that 6 cities had forever chemicals in their supermarket food, lakes, rivers, and tap water. But an even sadder and more evident case of this is the case of Buck Bailey. Buck's mom worked at a Teflon plant in Parkersburg. He was born with severe deformations on his body. These deformations could also be seen in the farm animals around the plant. Buck now has to live with this for the rest of his life, and most people do to a degree. That's the problem. Carbon-fluorine bonds are too strong for us to break down on our own. They share one of the strongest bonds in organic chemistry. Because of this, it just stays in your body. It doesn't leave. It can only accumulate for a whole life. This influences and impacts the whole world. Every single human alive will have to deal with these, hence the name Forever Chemicals. 3 most interesting things about Teflon are its ever-repeating polymer structure, its chemical neutrality, and how it's a forever chemical. In conclusion, the world would be a much better place without Teflon. Birth rates would be higher, cancer would be lower, and people overall would be healthier.